A bill making it legal for terminally ill patients to kill themselves with drugs is being considered by a California State Senate committee today. Proponents say right-to-die advocate Brittany Maynard supported the proposed legislation. Maynard was a 29-year-old California woman with brain cancer. She moved to Oregon to legally end her life with the help of doctors last November. Maynard made her case public with online videos watched by millions. A video recorded just 19 days before her death was released today, ahead of the committee hearing. It shows Maynard saying California law prevented her from getting the end-of-life option she wanted at home. Dr. Ryan Anderson is a fellow at the Heritage Foundation, and he published their first comprehensive report on physician-assisted suicide released this week. At least 18 states and the District of Columbia now considering this kind of legislation. Do you see this trend growing?
Unfortunately, yes. We see that activists are using heart-wrenching stories of people who are suffering to try to pass bad public policy. But when the citizens have had a chance to evaluate this, they've almost universally rejected it. Most recently in Massachusetts, Ted Kennedy's widow was leading the charge against physician-assisted suicide there. She said that it stood for everything against what her husband stood for. Ted Kennedy stood for health care for all, not physicians killing the weakest among us.
So Brittany Maynard's message apparently has resonated with right-to-die advocates. How can that message be effectively countered?
Physician-assisted suicide sends the message that some people are better off dead. That's a lie, and our culture has to resist it. We have to resist the temptation to look at the sick or the elderly or the disabled as if they're burdens that are to be disposed of. We have to view them as people to be loved and to be cared for.
With a right to life. So besides the moral objections involved, what are the risks of legalizing physician-assisted suicide?
In the report that the Heritage Foundation released earlier this week, I highlight 4 different areas. We look at how legalized physician-assisted suicide will most endanger the weak and the marginalized. It'll corrupt the practice of medicine. It'll compromise the doctor-patient relationship. It'll really compromise the family and intergenerational commitments and obligations to our parents and our grandparents. And then it denies equality before the law and the dignity of all human beings.
It's a bad deal all the way around. But how would you respond to people that say, well, doctors are supposed to help their patients?
Oh, of course. Doctors are supposed to help their patients. They're supposed to help their patients die a natural death with dignity. But doctors are not supposed to kill or to help their patients kill themselves. Physicians are always to care, never to kill.
What about alternatives to this?
You know, we're hosting next Monday a public event with the National Review Institute. Catherine Lopez and I are hosting a palliative care doctor from Duke University's med school and one of the Little Sisters of the Poor. This is what they devote their lives to. It's taking care of the disabled, the elderly, people who are suffering, and showing them what a natural death with dignity looks like. Palliative care and hospice care is the alternative.
My mother was blessed to die in the Little Sisters of the Poor home. It's a beautiful death. Dr. Ryan Anderson with the Heritage Foundation, thank you.
Thank you.